Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Scrafty. In light of the current event where Scraggies are spawning in the wild, I'm sure many of you now have the perfect opportunity to get a solid Great League PvP optimized Scrafty. So I wanted to showcase a strong Scrafty team for you guys. Scrafty is amazing. It can sweep an endgame like you wouldn't believe. Once you're able to get that power-up punch train rolling, Scrafty is next to unstoppable, so it will be the closer on this team, along with Obstagoon. I've been loving running Obstagoon as of late because it is the ultimate answer to all of the very powerful ghost types that are running rampant in the Great League. Obstagoon, an amazing safe swap option, and also on this team, we've got Oranguru on the lead. Oranguru is going to help our two dark types combat the strong counter users in this meta like Defense Form Deoxys and Metacham. Oranguru is a very bulky and solid lead option in the Great League. But without further ado, before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, solid lead in Cresselia. They make an aggressive play into Walrein, and we are going into Scrafty. Oh, it's so nice having your Scrafty locked on to these overpowered, large, cuddly walruses that are everywhere in the Great League. And they are going to go for the back-to-back Icicle Spear here. So we will shield up the second one. Shadow Walrein, the damage output is quite overwhelming. So we're going to get rid of it. Undercharge the foul play to get a little bit of extra farm. We are now down on shields, but we do have the alignment here, which can often make or break a game in Pokemon Go Battle League. They, of course, come back in with the Cresselia. And we are going for the foul play. That's the beauty of Scrafty. It can fight back against these psychic types with the foul play with stab. And they will go for a grass knot here. That's all they need. And I really wish that KO'd because it gives that Cresselia some additional farm, but that's okay. We can come in with our Oranguru, and oh, they've got a Trevenant in the back. You see what I mean, guys? Oh, there is no better answer to these ghost types than Obstagoon, guys. It is amazing and so satisfying. Triple resisting the ghost type damage. You don't get much better than that. Oh my goodness. So they are going to go for a Seed Bomb here, and this is pretty fundamental here, this matchup. You just go straight Night Slash against these Trevenants. It does loads of damage, as Trevenant is not known for its bulk. But we are pretty bulky ourselves, so we tank these Seed Bombs, no problem, and they let the second one go. And now the play here is to let this next Seed Bomb go. They cannot farm down. We can, actually, but you let this go, and you go for the farm down with Oranguru. They're not going to let that happen, but that is okay. We are in cruise control, my friends. All we need is the back-to-back foul play. They go for the grass knot bait, not falling for that. And we will just farm to the back-to-back. This could definitely be the Moonblast here, so we will shield out of caution. No shielding a Moonblast at this health range would be quite risky. So we are at the back-to-back, my friends. We're going for foul play number one. That gets the shield, but we've got foul play number two locked and loaded in the chamber. We're going for it. We say bye-bye to the Cresselia, and we're farming down the Trevenant. Oranguru. Holy smokes. Oranguru sweeping the end game. Would you believe that? That's going to be a good game. Well played. About Oranguru in that last battle, and for those of you that may not have an Oranguru, of course you can always go with Nidoqueen, but here we go. We've got a Pelipper lead, pretty neutral lead for us. We don't want this thing anywhere near our Scrafty, so we will try to win lead here if we can. We will play out the one shield if it comes down to that, but we will not play out the two shield. If they're fighting hard for lead, we will go into our Obstagoon here, so Gonna call this here. We do tank a hurricane, no problem, but they bait with a weather ball. That's a solid call there, and we will shield up the second one. Like I said, we will play out the one shield. We'll give them that, but if they're fighting super hard for lead, we're gonna make an aggressive play into Obstagoon. Gonna go for the foul play here. This would KO if they let it go, and they do. That is amazing. And they've got a Shadow Shift Tree in the back. It's Obstagoon time. Obstagoon and Scrafty protect our Psychic type from the Dark types like Shift Tree. They're going to go for a Leaf Blade. That does loads of damage as Shift Tree, especially in its shadow form, hits like a truck. But that is okay. Obstagoon has some very nice bulk, and they've got a Unova Stunfisk. Very solid generalist and Unova Stunfisk. It is quite bulky. Every bit as bulky as its Galarian counterpart. And it is quite spammy as well, but it doesn't hit particularly hard. So we can hang in here with this very tanky Unova Stunfisk. They will go for the farm down. That's okay. Gonna throw Oranguru in here to soak some damage. They cannot farm us down, and they are getting quite low. We threw it in here to soak the damage, and now Scrafty is primed to sweep this game. They take one look at it, and they say, no way, I am out of here. Scrafty was going to clean up that game beautifully. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, Scrafty on this Great League team really makes them quit, and it is amazing. I found myself getting a lot of top lefts once they see Scrafty. It's a thing of beauty, but here we go. We've got a DD on the lead, Defense Form Deoxys. This is pretty nice for Oranguru. Those of you who played a lot of the Retro Cup will be very familiar with this matchup here. And we do win this in the one shield. We do not win this in the zero shield. So we will shield up the first Thunderbolt. They are at nearly back-to-back here. And we're going to look to CMP tie them to the foul play here. If they let this go, we're going to be looking pretty good. That's a major obstacle out of the way. They come in with Umbreon, and it is Obstagoon time. This is why I love running Cross Chop in place of the Community Day move of Obstruct. Guys, can you imagine having only Dark type charge moves up against a very bulky Dark type like Umbreon? That sounds like a pretty miserable time to me, my friends. That's why I prefer Cross Chop. But I digress. We win this pretty easily, especially when we run Cross Chop. And we're going to look to farm this thing all the way down. We tank these last resorts all day with our Obstagoon. And their switch timer's up. They don't want to get farmed, and they've got a wall rain in the back. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. We're going to get off this cross chop, and we're going to show them Scrafty and let them know that they have no shot as they top left. I'll tell you guys, the top lefts, we're coming in left, right, and center. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. We all know the power of Poison Double Dark by now, but for those of you new to the game, Psychic Double Dark was pretty strong back in the day. And here we go. We've got a Swampert lead. Pretty neutral lead for us. But we're going to soften it up a little bit. We're going to stay in here a little. My experience with the Swampert leads is they look to win lead, but not this one. They are going to make an aggressive play into a Stunfisk. They're going to catch this onto the Stunfisk. That's okay. This chip damage will really help us get rid of the Stunfisk while also taking minimal damage on our Scrafty here. We do tank an Earthquake, no problem, and we will let it go. And they do go straight for the Earthquake there. So now, at this point, we're going to throw the power-up punch, boost our damage output, and by doing so, we will be able to counter down before they can get to the Rock Slide. That's how I play the Stunfisk aggro swap. Fully expecting the Swampert to come back in, but no, they've got a Vigoroth. Holy smokes, Swampert and Vigoroth on the same team. Our opponent here must cry when they see a Trevenant lead. I don't know what they do with Trevenant leads, but hey, that is all beside the point. Gonna throw Oranguru in here to tank this Body Slam and put all the hope and faith into our Obstagoon. It's Obstagoon time. Can Obstagoon pull through for us here? The Swampert is a shadow, and it's taking loads of damage from these counters. They need 2 Hydro Cannons to get rid of us, and we have 2 shields remaining. I'm gonna go for Night Slash number 1. I think the play here would be to just counter it down. But we are getting shields now from the Swampert. They are at back-to-back Hydro Cannons. Gonna shield up the first one. And because this is a shadow, this second one will do a lot of damage. But like I said, guys, Obstagoon has some very nice bulk. We hang on there, counter it down. And can we counter down? We simultaneously KO. And our Oranguru was hanging on by a thread left in the back, which means that we take that one. That was a close one. Good game, well played. And those were some exciting bonus battles, my goodness, as we move into the featured set of the video. Positive lead in Nidoqueen. They make a play into Sableye, and it is Obstagoon time if I've ever seen it. Oh my goodness. Obstagoon has never been better in the Open Great League. It is a thing of beauty, so you just go straight Night Slash and we get the boost. Holy smokes, Obstagoon's about to go off on this team. You'll love to see it. We're going to tank the return. We tank that, no problem. And we are triple resisting the Shadow Claws from the Sableye. Going to go for Night Slash number 2. Doesn't make sense for them to shield. Yeah, they let that go. And we are still relatively healthy, and we are boosted. Our attack has risen by 2 stages with the Boostagoon boost, courtesy of Night Slash. Gotta go for Night Slash on the Nidoqueen, and we draw a shield. That is amazing. We now have a shield advantage, and we are primed to come in with our Oranguru. This is where Psychic Double Dark can be nice in the place of Poison Double Dark, which you see much more commonly now these days. But they bait us. We probably shouldn't have shielded that. That's a slight misplay there because we definitely tank in Earth Power. So they baited us. And they've got a Medicham in the back. Holy smokes, I was fully expecting a Scrafty. Oh my goodness, they are ABA weak to Sableye. I don't know what they do with Sableye leads, but again, that is all beside the point. Oh, this is getting a little sweaty here, my friends. Scrafty, we all know, does not do very well up against Medicham, but they're running Ice Punch. Oh, I think we may have a shot, guys. They're not running Power Up Punch. Gonna go for the foul play that hits for some heavy neutral damage. And I think we can, yeah, no, we let this go. I'm trying to remember this battle on the fly. Pardon me. So we let this go. We knew that our Oranguru was still healthy. One Confusion takes out the Medicham. And can we Confusion down this Shadow Nidoqueen? We do. Oranguru coming in super clutch yet again. Sweeping yet another endgame. Oranguru, very underrated. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, the introduction of Oranguru into Pokemon Go Battle League has definitely made the Psychic Double Dark more viable. And here we go for reasons like this. We got a Jellicent on the lead. We are single resisting this with our normal typing, and they look to catch the foul play onto a Skarmory. So this actually works out for us. That chip damage will definitely help us here. We're going to go into Obstagoon and look to take out this Skarmory here. That chip damage will be huge for us in this matchup. It's going to make it a lot easier for Obstagoon here. We go for Night Slash number 1. And even if this is a Brave Bird, it could be. We definitely tank it. The Skarmory is quite low, but they go for the Sky Attack, and that is okay. Gonna look to take it out. Gonna get aggressive here in this Skarmory matchup. Gonna take it out with a Night Slash if they no shield, but they shield. So we will return that shield in kind, and they will not make it to another move before we can farm down. We take this in the 1 shield, no problem. We are quite low, and we are going to see what they come in with. They come back in with the Jellicent. Very interesting. So going to go for the Night Slash here. It doesn't KO, but it does a decent amount of damage to the Jellicent. And this is definitely a Bubble Beam, and that does not KO. They cannot farm down. We're going to look to get to another Night Slash, but they catch it onto a G-Fisk. Wow, Obstagoon core breaking this team pretty hard. They have no idea we've got a Scrafty left in the bag. I'm telling you guys, our opponents just take one look at Scrafty and they say, I am out of here. Scrafty was going to clean up that game. No problem. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, the mere sight of Scrafty is enough to force the top left for most teams. It's a thing of beauty. Here we go. Another Swampert lead. We saw this in a previous battle. Like I said, we will play out the one shield with the Swampert. This one is not a shadow, so they're not going to be doing as much damage. We tank a Hydro Cannon, no problem. And like I said, if they look to fight hard for lead, we will play out the one shield and make a play into our Obstagoon. So they are looking to fight hard for lead. So we will shield this up and then make an aggressive play into our Obstagoon and see what they want to do. Swampert generally comes paired with definitely a Skarmory. The third could be Sableye classically, could be Drapion. There's the Skarmory there. Gonna go for a Night Slash on the Skarmory. We are quite low because we did tank the Hydro Cannon. But Obstagoon on low health is bulky enough to really hang in and dish out the damage and put the pressure. We get the Obstagoon boost. Oh, there is nothing better. They do farm down, but we got that Skarmory quite low. Gonna throw Oranguru in here and put the hope and faith into Scrafty. We throw Oranguru in to soak the damage. And this Skarmory is low, although they are doing super effective damage to us. They are taking neutral damage from our counters, and we can't quite counter it down before they make it to the Sky Attack, so they force the shield. Oh man, they are at a shield advantage, but they've got a Stunfisk in the back. Oh, this might be doable. Oh my goodness, gonna go for the foul play. That's gonna do more raw damage. And we will look to CMP tie them to the Earthquake. That ensures that they don't catch onto that low health Swampert. Reading that they're going to definitely want to get off this big damage. We do survive. That's the beauty of Scrafty. It has amazing bulk. We survive this. They throw in the Swampert. We counter down. Can we counter down the G-Fisk? It is still pretty healthy. And we do. Holy smokes. Scrafty, OP. Who needs shields when you have a Scrafty? That is the power of a boosted Scrafty, sweeping the end game like you wouldn't believe. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Scrafty coming in super clutch in that last battle. And here we go. Very positive lead. Shadow Victory Bell. Shadow Vic leads often compared with Bastiodon and Medicham. Speaking of, and they safe swap the Medicham. So this puts us in a very tough situation here, and they are running Power Up Punch. We have to stay in here. We cannot come in with either of our two Pokemon in the back on a Medicham that is this healthy. So the reason why it's a very tough, tricky spot is because we could really use our Oranguru for that Victory Bell. Very unfortunate team comp for us here, and they're running Ice Punch, Power Up Punch. Very interesting moveset. Gonna go for a foul play here to really chip away or pressure the shields. We do chip, and we are gonna let our Oranguru go down. So unfortunate. It would have been so nice to have it for that Shadow Vic, but gonna throw Scrafty in here and look to go for the farm down. And those boosted counters do not help us at all. Got a bait here to grab that last shield, really threaten with a potential foul play. And hope like heck that we can get to the foul play before they can farm down. We just can't get to it, and that is absolutely heartbreaking. Oh my goodness. It is all up to Obstagoon now. Gonna go for the Night Slash and look to take out the Victory Bell, but they catch it onto the Bastiodon. Oh my goodness. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And this is over. There is no winning this. If we shield up this move, the Shadow Vic does have a move stored, so it's over. We let it go. Heartbreaking loss there. Couldn't quite get that one done, but good game. Very well played to our opponent. And that Shadow Vic team just put too much of a strain onto our poor Oranguru, but that is okay. Got a Sableye lead. Gonna make a play in Obstagoon, and we simultaneously swap. That is interesting. We simultaneously swapped. Oranguru doesn't perform particularly well against Sableye, which is why we've got these two dark types. And very interesting play by our opponent. I think that they just auto-swapped. I don't know. But we will take this. We're up against the Credeli here. And again, this is why I prefer cross chop to do that super effective damage. That is the best coverage move for Obstagoon, and we're going to farm it down. We did have to go down a shield, but Obstagoon is absolutely loaded on energy. Going to go for Night Slash #1 on the Sableye. And they came back in with a Sableye on Obstagoon. That is absolutely insane. Makes me wonder what they have in the bag. We got the boost, and oh, that Night Slash does so much damage. And this is just a foul play. We're going to let this go because we do live a resisted foul play, and the game lags. We don't get off our final Night Slash. That is unfortunate, but they've got a Registeel in the back. And they top left again at the site of Scrafty. How fitting to end the video on yet another top left. My goodness. Scrafty does have that effect on many teams, I must say. And speaking of teams, that is our team, my friends. Good game, well played to our opponent. And that is the team. How about it, guys? Psychic Double Dark was pretty powerful back in the day, guys, before Trevenant was in the game and before everybody had access to Sableye. Psychic Double Dark was quite formidable. And classically, you see it with Hypno on the lead, but with all the powerful ghost types, particularly Trevenant and Sableye, it sort of pushed the Psychic Double Dark team out of the meta. But a Pokemon like Oranguru really changes things quite a bit, because with that normal typing, you can put in some work against the ghost types. So I decided to give it a go with Scrafty in the back. Proved to be quite effective. Oranguru is very underrated. Very much underutilized in the Open Great League, but as you can see with this team, it can put in the work. So pretty solid team. But for those of you that don't have an Oranguru, you can, of course, just run the classic Poison Double Dark line with Nidoqueen on the lead, and you will do just fine. But I wanted to give this one a try. It's a little bit different and wildly effective, as we saw in those battles. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.